Hey guys, so today is going to be the third and final part of our mini-series about why you're not losing body fat and getting the results that you want to get. So the last reason is going to be intensity of training. So this can apply to anyone who's maybe doing exercise at home following an online program. They might be in the gym or they might be with a personal trainer. So what it boils down to is when you allot a certain amount of time to do your exercise, are you using it to the maximum of your ability? So if you've got 1 hour to train every second day, for example, are you really squeezing everything you can out of that session? So the first question I would ask is, do you have your mobile phone with you when you're training? Would you respond to a text message if you got one during your training session? Would you take a phone call? The answers to that should be no, unless it's an emergency, because you want to get into the zone, get your heart rate up and train hard. So to be a bit more specific about what I mean about training intensity, let's say we take the squat for example. So you've got two factors here, well, there's actually more factors, but two main factors is, what weight are you using? So for example, is it a weight that's really going to challenge you when you're doing it, or do you feel like it's a little bit too easy? So if you're doing a squat, you've got 70 kilos on the bar, and you're trying to do maybe 3 sets of 10 repetitions. You fly through the first set of 10, it's quite easy. The second set is also quite easy. Then the third set is not really challenging it either. So that's 3 sets of 10 where you didn't really feel challenged. Like, that's a pretty good indicator that that weight needs to be bumped up. Possibly you need to do more repetitions, or maybe even you need to slow down the speed of which you're executing the exercise. So what you want is to go back to the 3 sets of 10 reps. You want to feel like when you get to your 8 or 9 squat, you're really grinding and you're working hard to get those 10 reps. So, that's going to be the kind of indicator that you want. So just remember that when you're in the gym, you've got your program. Let's say you've been given the program 6 weeks ago, 70 kilos on the squat, you're completing it quite easily. You've got to make changes to that program. If you do the same weight, the same rep range, the same tempo on the squat, just continuously for 6 weeks, your body's going to adapt to that. You've got to shake things up a bit. So 3 things you can change are going to be the weight on the bar, the tempo, how fast you're doing the exercise, and then the last thing is going to be the amount of repetitions you're going to take. Okay, so just to remember, just to recap, your training intensity is get into the gym, preferably put your earphones in, shut the world out, work hard, and make sure the weight that you're using in your training session is sufficient to really, be leaving that gym feeling, pretty exhausted in a good way.